All right, Cub fans.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Olney Cub broadcast tonight. We just got the comms working. We're having technical difficulties, and we're hoping that the internet connection out here is good enough to sustain us through the game.
So here we are. Your broadcast, the B team tonight. We don't have Rue or Jake.
Yeah,
Rue's out of town, and Jake has lost his voice. So
Jake's videoing tonight, and so
you get the scrubs.
You get 2.0.
But Jody is we're just fortunate to have an Olney living legend here in the broadcast booth tonight. So you can tell us
about that.
You can tell us all your war stories over the course of the evening.
I don't have too many against Electra, but so Olney we did lose the toss. Electra elected to receive, so Olney will be kicking off to start the game.
So right here at Tiger Memorial Stadium, I think that's what they call it. It's an older facility. There's a pretty good crowd here tonight. Olney's traveled pretty well, considering it's about an hour drive. And we're about to kick this sucker off. The kids are wearing their pink stuff for the pink out night. And if you can hear this, if the picture quality is good and you can hear, let us know. We had some trouble with the internet. If we lose connectivity, we'll just go ahead and keep you updated on the Facebook page. Here's the kickoff.
Kickoff, pooch kick to the right.
Cole Turner kicks that off.
And it's fielded by the front line of Electra, and they have it on the 40-yard line. So Electra coming out on offense, not sure what they're going to run. Eager to see what they have lined up. I know that they've had a good week of preparation talking to Coach Guy, and defensively they're ready to come out and take it to them.
Yeah, so the Tigers, what do you think of those pants? It's amazing, right?
I kind of like it.
It's pretty cool uniform.
So they're in a spread formation. They got trips right.
Let's see if we can put that in the close-up angle.
Quarterback's going to take it, and he's just going to follow his running back right up the middle.
Yeah.
There's a quarterback lead. They found a hole, Chad, and exploited us. You know, our linebacker came down and got blocked, and we're just going to have to fight over that and flow to the ball. We had our backside linebacker was a little slow getting there, so they see that a couple of times, make adjustments, and get them shut down.
Yeah, they're operating out of the shotgun. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that sort of that quarterback draw, just, take it and run, see the hole. He said they've got a pretty good offensive line.
So same formation coming up.
Trips to the right.
Ran a little bubble screen out
there.
Here.
Missed a hand tackle. Missed a couple of hand tackles.
Just headed down, pushed out of bounds.
Cole Turner pushes him out of bounds.
So we had them, Chad, back there in the backfield and tackle for a loss, and we missed the tackle, and we were in the right place, so all we got to do is make the tackle.
Yeah, just being more aggressive, making that tackle in the backfield. I mean, we had a hand on the jersey, but unable to take advantage of catching the receiver in the backfield. Same things. They've got trips to the right, single receiver out on the left, and they've got a back in the field. Quarterback takes the ball out of the shotgun.
Quarterback lead again. He gets tripped up, and he's down for a 2-yard gain. So it'll be coming up. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Chad, they haven't come out in any formation, but trips right so far.
Yeah. Well, I guess you do that till they stop you. So.
Gain of 2.
So we can hear that was Noah Enriquez on the I thought it was actually Cole Turner on the tackle.
So it's a good thing it looks good so far, because we are not having great service here. So we were really worried about whether or not we would get y'all some good, clear pictures.
Same formation.
Same play again. They got him stuffed up the middle. That was a great defense. Great defense. They closed that gap. Luis Marquez got that gap closed up. Came through there. Shut them down.
It looked like they were able – Jordan was able to get off that initial – block.
Yeah, I think Luis, he collapsed that hole down. Yeah. There was nowhere, and so the lead blocker ran right into him, and Jordan Jacoba came off and just got to him pretty quick. Yeah. Same formation
every time.
Haven't changed it up yet, but hadn't needed to. I don't guess.
Cubs are rushing 6, jumped off sides. Of course, they got a flag. They got a free play here. Let's see what they do.
Quarterback throws it. And it's incomplete. But
threw it at the receiver's feet.
Yep, that'll be it'll be 3rd down and 5 after that. 5-yard penalty for a false start.
Mm-hmm.
So we were there to make the play again too, though, Chad. I feel like throughout this game, even though they may get a couple of plays, I think once we get their offense figured out, I don't think we're going to have a problem stopping them.
Right. Well, I think that the quarterback's quick, and
Quarterback's
going to have to
quick.
follow. You just have to track him down wherever he goes.
The ends are going to have to keep their contain as they're coming up field. They can't over pursue inside. When they over pursue inside, the guy's able to bounce it outside, and then he's got a lot of room to run because we're having to guard them downfield.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've got a different
set. They've got 2 backs in the backfield. Well, three backs and a lead blocker. They're trying to
ran a quarterback power. We stuck it up the middle.
Yeah, stuffed that.
Yeah, that was going nowhere.
So they had two backs there with the quarterback, a B back or whatever we would call that in our formation, a B back. Kind of
had a little slot back.
Yeah, and then put the receiver out there on the left.
It's kind of a shotgun wing T almost.
It was there was a lot of guys right there in the middle when
there was.
They had 3 lead blockers.
So we have the same formation.
They've got single receivers on each side.
Looks like we're manned up outside. Quarterback takes it, hands it off to the running back.
Got to get off that block, and that's not going to be good.
No, I think he's going to be short of a first down, about 2 yards. So that's turnover on downs, only football. Here we go.
All right, so that's a great beginning series there. A great way to start the game.
It is. They caught us off guard a couple of plays, but with them up the middle runs. But after that initial up the middle run, they didn't hurt us with that anymore.
That feels good. It is stuffy in here.
It is very stuffy in here.
I'm sweating. If I start smelling, and I eat pizza, and I don't want to have bad breath, so it's been like a really.
Well, I still can't smell, so you're fine.
Really?
All right, so Cubs come out.
Are you a long hauler?
I am.
You're a long haulers.
In our typical formation, run the veer right up the middle.
That's going to be good for about 3 yards.
And that's the name of this game, Chad. You 3-yard them to death, and they can't stop it.
3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Control the field. And
short game. Brought down by Caleb Vickers.
We're about to. All right, so the Cubs line back up. Gatlin guy under center.
Gatlin takes it.
Well, then he hands off to who is that?
Melchor.
Yeah, Jonathan Melchor.
So Jonathan took it. He had his helmet. Helmet came off, so he's going to have to come out of play.
He's going to be short about 1.5 yards.
About a yard, but
that's what we want. I would say we're already in 4-down territory. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. You get a 1.5 yards away. Which is what we have to go. 1.5 yards is pretty easy to pick up with this offense.
I'm calling a Gatlin guy sneak, or what do you say? Quarterback keeper. Oh no, we got a false start. Did somebody jump? Let's see if we can see the replay.
They didn't. The white hat, the back officials who threw it, it didn't even come from a side official. So I guess it was either a quarterback or the running back who made the false start.
I just watched the replay and I didn't see anything there. So that's going to move us back. That's going to make it a little more difficult with 3rd down. You got yourself in a 3rd and long situation now, Jody.
Yeah, about 3rd and 6. So I still think, we're getting a good push up front. I still think they're going to stick with that. They may run a follow behind the B-back, which is where he'll come, and then Gatlin will just follow him up in the hole. No,
well, that's a great run.
No,
that's
here he goes.
First down.
Giovanni, he breaks loose. And they get him wrestled down on their 40-yard line. That was a great hole they provided. And he had a burst through there, and, man, he got down. That was a
40-yard run, right?
40-yard run.
That was fantastic.
And so that was great.
Well, we really needed that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And I don't – so far they haven't showed that they're going to be able to stop us up the middle. So I would bet we're going to continue to do that, Chad. And there it comes again,
and straight back to Giovanni.
And Giovanni's fresh. He's been out the last couple of games, and he's coming back, and you can tell he's really fired up. He's running hard.
Rockmore goes a 10-yard run right up the middle, right up the gut, and I can't see what's happening, so you're going to have to.
So that's fine. So Giovanni, he got hit about a yard after line of scrimmage and kept going. All right, he kept it on this one. Option to the right.
Got a pitch. You got a spin move there. That was
good.
A good little run. That's going to be about a 6-yard gain.
Another one out there for another 5 or 6. We 5 or 6 them to death. It'll end up in the end zone, and guess what? That's a touchdown.
I'm going to leave you here for a minute and go see if I can get a roster from the PA announcer.
Kyler
Okay,
Sosa with a
sounds good.
carry.
All right. Gatlin takes it. Oh, option to the left, and he's got plenty of room to run. Good blocking outside. Started to stumble, so he just got what he could. That was about a 15-yard gain. Now we've got the ball down inside the 15 on the 14-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 for the Cubs again, and that's another Olney Cub first down. The Electra Tigers defense does not have an answer for our option. Gatlin guy under center takes it, runs the option again, cuts it up the field, gets another about 2 or 3 yards. So I feel, Chad, I see your back, and I feel that we're at like a fast-paced. It's like our 2-minute offense this week. We're fast-paced. We're going, and they're just marching it right down the field. And Electra don't have an answer for us yet. Gatlin under center. He takes it, hands it off to Giovanni. Giovanni gets
stopped.
it. Oh man!
I think
Hit
he's going to be
3
close to
times.
the first down.
Initial contact was about half a yard.
Mm-hmm.
He's came up and he got about a 6-yard gain right there.
Now,
so
the line to gain is still short of the goal, but it looks like they're still about half a yard short.
About a yard.
So we can
3rd and 1.
We can get a first down here and have 4 more cracks at it.
Yeah, I think they're going to score a touchdown right here. This is it. Gatlin takes it, hands off to Giovanni. Takes it in, and touchdown Cubs.
Touchdown Cubs. How about that?
How's that for first drive? We come out and we stop them defensively. You know, they had one good play. We stop them defensively. Come out, our offense just commanding lead, marches down the field and sticks in. That's a great thing to see if you're a Cub fan.
All right, we've got the 2-point conversion lined up. Looks like they've got they call this the
swinging gate.
Swinging gate. And so this is always interesting to see exactly how they. So Gatlin takes the ball, passes to Giovanni,
and almost
touchdown.
Untouched. You got one hand on him, but untouched. And that's 2 points. Your score for the Cubs with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first quarter is 8 the Cubs and Tigers 0.
The blocking was really good on that play out there. They were ready,
that was,
ready for that.
And what's crazy is Electra had their team spread out. They didn't have a lot of people bunched up over the top of the line over there like they normally would. And I mean, we just trotted in for a touchdown.
I think you just know that play is probably a 50-50, right? I mean, you never know exactly what's going to happen.
Well, you can go 4 different ways with it on the swinging gate, Chad. So there's a good chance to score, and you'll get numbers in any one of those formations.
Yeah, super, super, super. I want to remind you guys that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Bob Hamill. Here's your sign. ABC Detailing, who we added last week, that you can give them a call for your auto detailing needs. You can find them. That's ABC Detailing. You can find them on Facebook, or you can call 940-250-86. It was a great year. 8632. Also, Julie Lane Photography. Have you ever had your pictures taken by Julie Lane? You ever had a mini session with Julie?
I don't think so.
Well, she makes you look really good. And so that I noticed.
I need as much help in that department as I can get, Chad.
Well, that's
can
how
she
you
paint
know.
hair back on my head?
I'm sure she could do anything, but that's always good to have a photographer who can make you look good. So we love Julie and her. We love Julie and her
So your
pictures.
Cubs are fixing to kick off. Looks like they're lining up to do another pooch kick. We'll see if they do it. And he kicks it deep. Cole Turner kicks it deep. Coming through the middle, and Cubs take him down about the 39-yard line. So Cubs will take over, or Electra will take over their offense, and our Cubs defense is coming out. And
it's the Tigers and the Cubs. So I noticed that they've got the paw on the midfield as well, but it's only got 4.
That's right.
4 claws, fingers. I don't know what you call that on. But I can't really see. I know why you switched with me now. You didn't.
I didn't see that one. I'm having to lean over to
Yeah, we're having to lean around.
So Electra comes back out in the formation they ended their last drive with. They send a guy out in motion. Snap the ball, and it's quarterback sweep to the left. And it looks like we got him bottled up. And they do, man. That was a gang tackle. We had 56.
Let me see who that is.
We had number 7 and number 58. And on the tackle.
Yeah, 56.
So Noah Enriquez.
So we've got the situation where there's multiple guys with the same number.
and Colin Mason. And it's kind of hard to see. We're kind of stuck inside, and so it's
2-yard loss for the
it's hard to tell
Tigers.
which.
You need a roster? You send that to me? Okay, you're good. What's
All right,
that?
so they line up. Quarterback in the backfield got twins to the right and 2 backs. No, trips to the right. And the quarterback does a quarterback draw.
Yeah, he's not
And,
having success with that play. Has he? For
no.
the last two times he's running, he's
No,
gone.
so they ran it the first play, Chad, and they got about 15 yards before we got him down, and that
Okay,
hole
early
has not been
Pereira.
there since. I think they've tried it 4 times and have been unsuccessful. So it doesn't look like they're going to try and get away from it, but as long as we continue to shut them down, I think we'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. All right, what we got over here, Jody? We got
You got
3
3rd and
trips.
13.
We got triplets, 3 backs.
Yeah, you got a bunch trip set to your right. Pass play.
and we nearly had him there. Donnie nearly had him for a sack.
Oh, and that looked like a block in the back. And so we had our opportunity with him, and he got around us a little bit slick. But you know what, Chad? You know, they'll get a positive play every once in a while, but I don't think they're going to get much more on our defense. You know,
Pereira, first down run for the Electra Tigers.
they've had a couple of positive plays, and we've been there to make the tackle. And I think as the game goes on, we're gonna continue to be there. We're gonna get those tackles, and those first downs are going to become harder and harder to come by.
Yeah, we're looking good here, especially in the front where they've been able to clog up the middle. But when he, like you said earlier, when he bounces it outside, well, I mean, he's going to get some yards.
I got trips right again. I got a guy in motion, and it's going to be a quarterback draw again once
good
again.
play.
And so he had a couple of blockers. Yeah. Giovanni taking him down, and Gatling guy.
Still
so he got
about after the play.
About a 6-yard gain.
And I
you know, Chad, you don't see very many people running the ball other than the quarterback. So it kind of seems like they're one-man offense.
He's obviously their best talent. Let me see if I can send you these rosters here.
I got one.
Okay. How did you get that?
Tori sent me.
Oh, so Tori, your wife's hooking you up, huh?
Yeah, she did. It took like 5 minutes for it to download though. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I hope that people can see what we're doing
All
here.
Right, we got.
If you can see what we're doing, comment.
I think Electra was confused. So Electra was confused. They didn't get lined up in their formation, so they had to call a timeout. And I do have a message from Ashley Ballard. She said audio's good.
Okay.
Picture isn't perfectly clear, but she can clearly read all the numbers. So
okay, good.
So that's good.
Set it down there. So Ryan Scott just helped us out a little bit, taking one of the windows out. Of course, Ryan's an old window guy, so we're going to hope that he can reinstall that when we get done with the game.
We're going to run.
He says we're going to run after the game. We don't want to necessarily dismantle the press box over here at Electra. But that is much better.
So there's still 3:23 left in the first quarter, and still 8-0 Cubs, and it's 2nd down and 4.
We've got a great group watching. We've got 72 folks that are tuned in across our different platforms. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I was trying to see who all we've got watching, give you some shout outs. Lacey Martinez, thanks for watching. Michael Howe, Jeannie Walker.
They got a wing on the left side. They got a guy in motion coming across the field. Quarterback takes it, sweep to the left. We got him outside. Woo. We hit him about a yard shy. They took him. They carried him about a yard past. So it looks like he got about a yard gain. So it's going to be about 3rd down and 3, we'll say.
That was number 10. Who was that? Kyler Sosa. Kyler Sosa.
Was that 10 or 4?
No, it was 10. It just wrapped him up and took him right out of bounds. And he was moving pretty quickly. About to turn that corner, and Kyler just grabbed him and ran him right into the Cubs sideline.
You know, Kyler's got some pretty good closing speed. So got a wing to the right, twins to the left. Back in the backfield, quarterback takes the snap.
Hard
count.
Nearly
we got
jumped
back.
offside.
They got a jet sweep.
You got to get a hand on him there. They're going to get that first down.
Yeah, they got the first down. Gatling guy pushes him out of bounds.
For the Electra Tigers.
You know, Cole almost had him in the backfield, but I think where he messed up is when he came in behind the blocker, instead of in front of the blocker. So if he comes in front of the blocker, he either makes the tackle or he forces that playback inside to his help. When he comes to the outside or the inside, the kid's able to go around him. Now Gatlin's got to get off his block, and which he was able to do, but the guy kind of already passed him, so he could only get him out of bounds. So we got wings to the right, twins left. Quarterback takes it. It's a quarterback power to the right. And Luis Marquez chases him down from behind and makes the tackle. You know, if I was a lineman, I'd hate to have to block Luis Marquez. You know, Chad?
Yeah.
He is big and stout.
He's big. You know, they don't see him so big, you know. Well, you know, when they kind of hang out by the concession stand and you walk by them and you think, I don't know if I'd want that guy to run into me.
Yeah. You know, and you really haven't seen anybody block him well all year. He's kind of manhandled whoever's been over the top of him. So it's really fun to watch. All right, so we got wing left. We got 2 running backs in the backfield. Wing goes in motion on the right side. False start.
They moved.
Yeah, they found that one. So it looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
Well, let's back them up.
Back them up. So it looks like Electra, every time they get up there, Chad, it looks like they are trying to hard count with every snap. So it looks like he's barking with every time. It looks like he's barking out the snap count. And as he's barking out the snap count, they're snapping at something different every time. So it's trying to keep us. So, you know, we've jumped off sides once. We jumped off sides play before last, but we were able to get back before he snapped the ball. So there was no infraction. But it bit them this time.
Yeah, you can see him. He's moving his hands and calling out.
All right, so running back looks like a power up the middle on the left side, and it goes nowhere. Maybe even lost half a yard. You know, right there in the middle, they just haven't had much success at all. They just
well, I think they had it at the very beginning, and they're kind of trying to go back to that.
They're trying to. You know, they've had a little bit of success outside, but not much. You know, you take away 4 plays, and they really haven't moved the ball at all on offense. It's mainly gone backwards, which is good. You know, our linemen are getting a lot of pressure and a lot of penetration. And they don't know what to do with it. We got trips to the right. Quarterback's going to take it, roll out. Looks like they're running a boot. They're running a dash.
Okay, his own man nearly.
Oh, and he throws it up, and no one's there. So they ran a typical dash formation right there, Chad. They got inside receiver coming out of the flat. They have a 10-yard deep out, and they have their outside guy just kind of runs either a post or a go route. And if we'd have got him down before he threw the ball, that would have been a coverage sack because he looked up and nobody was open.
Yeah, and he kind of threw up a desperation toss, and he had a guy close.
Well, I don't know if he might have just been throwing it away because when he threw it, the guy was it's just in his direction. It really wasn't at him. It didn't seem like unless he just doesn't have good accuracy.
Big 4th down. Let's see where they go here.
Got a wing formation. Just a fade route to the right, throws it up, and 15 never sees it. Gatlin was right there. It was great coverage. So have nowhere to go. It looks like they're sending. That was 4th down. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and so
turnover
on downs, and so the Cubs take over on the 35-yard line, their own 35. So
Gatlin could have made a play on that ball. It looked like he was trying to throw it to the sideline, but he threw it more toward the numbers. And
it's hard to tell.
An accurate pass.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here where Gatlin's position was on the ball, or if either one of them even saw it. But it didn't look like either one of them made a play for the ball. So I don't know. I don't know if they either didn't see it or it was further out there than what you and I can tell. So we line up in our typical spread formation. And right up the middle, Jonathan Melchor up the middle, untouched. Untouched until he gets down the –
and a fumble.
No,
he's going to call him down.
He was down. So he hit. When he hit on the ball arm, and that ball came out.
Jonathan comes up limping.
All the way down to the 25. From the 35 down to the 25. First play. They created a hole so big, Chad, that I think you could have ran through it.
Even I could have probably got a first down.
Run puts them at 122 yards.
So Melchor's got 122 yards?
No, the Cubs.
So
Cubs are at 122 rush yards so far. We line up in our typical spread. In motion. Now we got Giovanni in. He gets looks like he gets another 3 or 4 yards. He's met pretty quick, but fell forward for forward gain.
Now that was a great open field tackle, though, that saved that touchdown. That Tiger made an athletic play.
You know, my dad always told me you can't run without your legs, and he took his legs out.
And he came up limping there, and I hope he's all right. So we'll hopefully see Melchor back on the field here.
All right.
You
So
got Giovanni in the backfield with his red shoes on.
oh, he gets hit in the backfield. He spins off, breaks 3 tackles,
He's going to be
And
close
he-
to a first
and he
down.
gets another 5 yards out of it. So now we're third down and 1. And
that was a good hard
I mean,
run.
they hit him in the backfield. He hit him in the backfield. He spun off, hit him again. He spun off. He gets up and takes another guy head on and is able to carry him forward for another couple of yards. So that was a great hard-nosed run right there. And so I wouldn't be surprised, Chad, if they came back, went the other way, maybe did a quarterback follow. Oh, looks like that's the end of the first quarter.
Oh, in the quarter.
So into the first quarter, it's Cubs ball on the 15. They're going to swap into the field. The Cubs are up still 8-0. And that was a good, solid first half. They had a couple of Electra had a couple of decent plays on the on their offensive possession. But other than that,
Yeah.
you take away 5 plays and they haven't done anything.
We got some stats here. You want to read those off?
Yeah, we'll
from
read
Ryan?
So stats, Jonathan Melcher has 3 rushes, 48 yards. Ryan Carter, 1 rush, 34 yards. Giovanni Rockmore has 5 for 28. Gatlin got 2 for 17. And Daniel Perez, 1 for 5 yards. So tackling, Noah Enriquez has 1 assist, 4 tackles. Number 18, we don't have a name for that, has 2 tackles. And then there's a lot of people that have 1 tackle. So when you're spreading the love around, that's good. That means a lot of guys are getting to the ball. And that means we're flying around and they're doing their job.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think the Cubs are about to punch it in right here, and that's going to be great to go up 2 scores and give yourself some breathing room. But if you think about the way this has gone, the Cubs, once Electra, they've kind of done the bend don't break thing where the Electra's made a play to get down there deep in Cub territory, nearly to the red zone, and they've repelled them both times. So Electra's moved it a little bit, but they just haven't had success when things have tightened up, and they've kind of got desperate on some long 3rd and 4th downs trying to pass, and the Cubs have done a good job getting them into some desperate situations.
Got Cy Dixon in at B-back.
He's going to take that ball and make a strong run.
That was a good, strong run. He got hit initially, he broke that tackle, and he pushed forward for about a 6-7 yard gain, and now looks like it's first and goal from the 10-yard line. So we got 10 yards to go for another score, Chad.
Coaches are signaling the plays in. The boys are getting set.
I think it's as fast as we run all year. You got Giovanni back in, Kyler Sosa in motion. Oh,
and
Gatlin's
going to bounce that to the outside.
Tosses
He's
it
going
to Kyler.
That's
Lead
be
blocks
touchdown.
for him.
I think he got in.
And he calls him
the
down.
referee's calling him down.
He's calling him down on looks like about the half-yard line,
like
or the 1 foot yard line.
Yeah, the 1 foot yard line.
Gatlin probably didn't need to pitch that, but when he pitched it, because Kyler's right there, and he really didn't have it. He probably could have gotten upfield, but when he did pitch it, there was one guy, Gatlin turned and blocked for him.
Yeah,
that was great. So the line back up, Gatlin just takes it, quarterback sneak right up the middle. It's a touchdown. And there was no stopping that. They lined up fast, got it out, and it was just an easy touchdown for Gatlin guy right there.
So to your point, this is very interesting. We're going to line up for the 2-point conversion, but really quick pace. Got the swinging gate back out there.
And it looks like they're not, but I bet they're going to – oh, no, they're going to try and kick it this time.
Kick an extra
maybe
point.
Maybe we're going to practice our kicking. We haven't done a lot of kicking this year.
No,
so we'll see how it goes.
Cole Turner lines up. Gatlin guy to hold.
And punches it through. Is good.
That's good.
So good. So now your Cubs score is 15-0 with 11 minutes and 3 seconds left in the second quarter. And, that was a pretty impressive drive, Chad. They just they took it down at will. There was no.
Well, they just kind of line it up and run it down your throat till you can stop them, and they just haven't had an answer for the Cubs run for the veer.
And the great thing about it, Chad, is if you notice, every one of our running backs multiple times got hit at the line of scrimmage or maybe a yard or 2 past. They broke tackles, they ran hard, And so it's looking good for us.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching the game tonight. We've got quite a few people online. We've got 90 people watching, and this is a big game. I want to thank Bob Hamill. Bob Hamill's our season sponsor. He's watching from Georgetown, Texas, and Bob's been a generous sponsor, as well as Here's Your Sign, ABC Detailing, Julie Lane Photography. We appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate Jake filming and Jody coming up tonight to fill in for Rue and Jake to do the play-by-play. And man, it's an exciting night. You know why this night's exciting? Because this will be the first time, if the Cubs can get a victory here, the first time they've been to the playoffs back-to-back in years and years and years.
Long time.
So both teams are playing highly motivated for a playoff spot here in our district. So this is quite a matchup. And looks like the Tiger fans have really turned out as we move into the second quarter here, and the Cub fans are got their paws up for kickoff.
Kicked it off. It kind of spun out to the left. Electra picks it
before
up.
It goes out of bounds. Interesting.
I think it might have died out. So about 4 Cubs take him down, take him out of bounds about the 30-yard line. So it's good. There are plenty of Cubs there.
I think he scooped that up before. I think that was going to go out of bounds.
It might have.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
But
from
it's
here, Chad.
the adrenaline where I guess you think I can.
If you're a returner, you don't ever want the ball to go to bounds.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You're Superman. You think.
But I would say, hey, let's let this go out of bounds, and no one hits me and knocks me over and hurts my brain. So I don't have the same gut level that you do there. So I'm like a risk aversion kind of guy. So
all right, we've got trips right. Electra comes out in their offense set. Looks like they're going to hand it off to the running back. He was hitting the backfield. We didn't. Oh, the ball.
You got a fumble. Cubs say they have it. I think the referee's going to say he was down.
I think he was down. You know, they slung him, and when he hit the ground hard. I couldn't tell. See if.
I can't tell who.
I don't think the announcer didn't say it either, but whoever took him down, he hit the ground
68,
hard.
68 maybe? That's who was on the ground with him.
I don't know. It looked like he hit the ground hard. So the ball came out.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 7 from the 33-yard line of the Tigers.
2-yard gain and 2nd and 7, Chad. That doesn't add to 10.
3-yard gain.
Had trips to the right. We got a quarterback sweep or power.
Ooh.
And that looked like the quarterback looked like he's getting up a little slow after that hit. Looked like he kind of fell into one of our defenders as they were coming in for a tackle. But, you know, Cubs got him down. It's about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. So we get a stop here, and maybe, you know, I don't know if they're going to go for it again or they're just going to punt. You know, they're on their own end of the end zone. If we can get maybe tackle for a loss here.
Yeah, but you don't want to go down 3 scores and I mean, especially if you can't stop our offense.
That's true. You got trips to the left, quarterback back to pass. He passes over the middle.
Nice reception. That's going to be a first down.
Yeah, that was a reception. Gatlin was right there to make the tackle immediately, but it was a good catch. And that gives the Tigers a first down by about 2 yards. So I think first and 10 from about the 43-yard line, their own 43-yard line. So
the Tigers want to respond here. They need to get something going, but they've just had a real hard time with their scheme.
You got trips right. Probably going to run power to the right is what our coaches are saying.
Boy, that's
it's a step back screen.
If we can make that tackle there.
He gets hit immediately, and he gets about 1 yard, a 1 yard gain. So little wide receiver step back screen to the right, Chad, and it doesn't look like they had too much
the blocking wasn't
success
there.
with that. So I don't know if they'll be pulling that one back out.
But if you don't get every block just right out there on the outside, and I didn't see who that was that made that tackle. Did you see who that was?
Here's the deal. Usually when they run that, which they did, they ran it to the wide side of the field, and you can get it out there, and you can get your speed before.
Yeah, you need to get your man.
We closed down out there so fast that
the fastest man.
There we go. Man, they hit him in the backfield. Great job. Who's that? That is 55. Which is Jordan Jacobus.
Jordan,
great.
Okay, great.
So Jordan came upfield. He set the edge just like he needs to. He set that edge, caused the quarterback to come back inside, and then he collapsed on the quarterback. That if you're drawing that play up to show somebody how to do it right, that's it.
That's
Chad.
it. And then the other Cubs were there swarming to the
We got
ball,
trip-
so that's
trips to the
fantastic.
right. And quarterback's hard counting. He rolls. He backs straight up.
Oh,
He's got
nearly.
pressure by 68 in his face, and he's running. We had everybody drop back in coverage, Chad, and nobody realized the quarterback broke out loose. And so,
First down and a
Big
quarterback
first down
keeper,
for the
Luke
Tigers.
Barrera.
Keep this drive alive for them. That was
you
third
know,
and 12.
we had him in the backfield,
Had him.
and
Didn't bring him down.
Joseph in on the tackle.
what he did was he stepped up, he sucked our defensive end inside, and when he did that, he was able to get back around him, get outside.
That was a great play.
That's what we can't do. We got to break our feet down when we get there and make that play. But you get a little overeager sometimes whenever you're out there.
Well, that play took a long time to materialize. So there we go.
So they got power to the running back to the right. We hit him in the backfield. He stopped him for about a half a yard loss. So
No gain for Bryce Cody.
So at what point, if you're the Tigers, at what point do you give up on the run?
Colin Mason.
I mean, they've had some success in the passing game.
I think the only success though they've had in the passing game is to run everybody down the field and let the quarterback
Yeah.
scramble.
Yeah, that's
So you almost like
it's
a
really
quarterback
just a draw every
So-
time. Yeah, so this draw is working.
So just let him run backwards, let everybody get downfield
Yeah.
coverage wise, and then
So how's the defense respond to that? How do we need to adjust for the draw? Just put a linebacker on him.
yeah, you may just have somebody
Scout
just,
him.
Yeah, just shade him wherever he goes with him.
Woo.
So he gets knocked out of bounds. Looks like Gatling guy knocks him out, which he must have stepped out. Gatling was coming down pretty hard, and I don't think that kid wanted to take that hit. So he stepped out of bounds. He gets about 4-yard gain. It's going to be second or third down.
He
and
may have
6.
stepped out of bounds, but he got hit anyway. And there's not a lot of room. And this is not a field like ours that has a track around it. There's not a lot of. You don't have a lot of room.
So this is the third out-of-town game in a row that there has not been hardly any room on the field. You had
it's
Albany
interesting.
Monday and now Electra.
Well, these are old stadiums.
So we got twins, or we got doubles. Gun doubles is what Electra's in right here. So your typical spread formation. We send
That's
Oh,
incomplete.
that was great. We sent pressure. We got pressure on him. He rushed his throw, and he couldn't get it up. He threw it down at his feet, and it's an incomplete pass.
But
So
Giovanni had good speed off the outside there, just coming right at the quarterback, and he was untouched. Giovanni.
but, yeah, he was closing that gap pretty fast. That quarterback did not like what he saw.
Well, he got that ball out of there, though, and it nearly completed it. So I'm impressed with the quarterback here. He's doing a great job because
All right,
it's
we
a
got-
one-man show.
We got bunch right on for the Electra Tigers. Looks like we're in man coverage out here out wide. Quarterback
Tyler
takes
Sosa.
it. Looks like, we had him again.
Again, they're just breaking our containment on
And
the
so
outside.
yeah, so he's coming inside too hard.
Luke Barrera
So
on the
I think
scramble
that's
brings another
Luis
first down to
Castillo.
the
He's
Electra Tigers.
coming up, and they're getting pressure. But what he's doing is he's squeezing in too soon, Chad.
Yeah.
So what he's got to do is he's got to come up field, and he's got to keep that containment outside. And if the quarterback's going to go around him, he needs to push that quarterback deeper downfield in order for him to go around him, to allow his teammates to come down from the secondary and help make a play.
Make that play and not escape out there to the outside where you're
Right, so we
plenty of
got two
room.
running backs and wing. Wing goes in motion. It looks like they're going to run power to the running back, and they've tried that several times, Chad, and no success
there's
yet.
Nothing there.
I don't know.
Boy,
They may have maybe a positive 2 yards out of that.
So we got first or second.
Oh no, that was a negative. That was a 1 yard loss. So
It's second and 11. They're on their own 43-yard line, or our 43-yard line.
35.
35.
So same formation. It's going to be. He's got two running backs on his right, so they're just going to run a power sweep to the right. The defensive end on that side played that perfect. He came up, he took on the lead blocker, pushed him upfield, had the quarterback cut back inside to his help, and he was able to close down and make a tackle. So that time he actually that was a textbook play
nowhere to go
on that side.
Yeah, it's a good play.
Yeah, and I know these coaches are telling these kids that, so it's good. It's good when the coaches tell them that, and then they turn around and they do it. That's always encouraging to see. You know, it means they're coachable. So we got gun doubles coming up.
Long
Quarterback in
third
the
down.
backfield, running back to his right. Oh,
Whistle.
and it looks like there's a false
False
start.
start.
Yep, false start on Electra. So that's going to
That'll
back them
back
up and get them even further behind the chains. You know, and they're struggling right now, Chad, to get positive yardage. Any kind of negative play that they have is not good. So they go back, and it's a 3rd down and 12 now. And so the Cubs, if we can just, you know, eliminate the broken plays where the quarterback ends up scrambling, then we'll be all right. Because, you know, a regular offensive play, they haven't had a positive one in a while. It's always been the broken plays where the quarterback's scrambling. Same formation. Quarterback takes it. He backs up to pass. He throws an out route, and he drops it. Hits him right in the hands, and he drops it. So
I bet he wishes he could have that one again. That was right in his hands.
Right in his hands. That's good for Olney. It's 4th down. 4th down and 12. So
long 4th down.
You can almost bet they're going to back up and pass it. They'll probably give their quarterback a little green grass and say, if you can run it, run it.
And we need to make sure he doesn't break it for a run.
And so what they may do is they may take a linebacker and just try and shade the quarterback with that linebacker and say, wherever he goes, you go.
So let's watch for the draw here.
So gun doubles again. So it looks like we are in a cover one scheme. Yeah.
Oh,
so he throws it
long.
deep, and
they got a flag. Yeah.
And you know, I don't know that was catchable, Chad. He did grab him. I don't know that was a catchable ball. I don't agree with that call, and of course I'm maybe a little biased, but
he turned his body around though, and that's
But I think the ball was already past him when he did. That's the thing, and
he wasn't going to catch that.
You know, I think the ref did it solely out of he knew that everybody would throw a fit if he didn't call it.
You think so? I don't.
Okay, fans, time to
Maybe it was a pity call.
It might have been a pity.
Make the game
so it's the ball's now on the 20-yard line. So you know the Cubs, we've been there to make the stop every time. We don't grab that kid, and guess what? It's turnover on downs right there. So looks like they got trips right. Looks like they got a tight end on the right hand side. So you got 4 people on the right hand side plus a running back
set to run it, and
just quarterback power to the right hand side. They gain about 3 yards. You know, and it's funny because they hadn't had a lot of success out of that play, Chad, but they keep going back to it. And so what they're doing is they're stacking. So really they're stacking 5 guys on that side of the field. So he's got the center, and he's only got guard tackle on the left side. And then you've got guard tackle. You got a running back on that right side. You've got a wing, and then you've got 2 other wide receivers over there. So they're really stacking that side up, and they really don't even disguise it. So they got 2 wings on this one on the right-hand side. Running backs on the left. Looks like they're probably going to hand to the running back off the right side if I had to guess. Nope. Quarterback power to the left.
Oh, we missed the hand tackle.
And so,
boy, that nearly was a loss of a yard or 2, and it turns out to be a positive gain of about 1 or 2. Would you say?
I'd say about a yard. So it looks like it's
third
looks like it's going to be 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5. The ball's right on the 15-yard line. So we you know, we had him there again, and we just didn't get him down.
This drive has been a long drive.
You know, we've had him stopped about 14 times, I feel like, and then
that flag really hurt us.
It did, because that, you know, it'd be our ball going the other way right now.
So really, that's
looks
us.
Like they're going to call a timeout right here for Electra. They ran the clock down. You know, Electra's going to come out right here. They're going to try and score, and then hopefully give us the ball back with very little time. That's going to be what their coaches are going to try to do. And so the last thing they want to do is give us the ball back with a lot of time left and have us march down the field and punch it in the end zone.
That's right. That'd really take their momentum away. Hey, I want to thank Gib Wright for watching and listening tonight. I also want to say hello to Nita Hearn, Nita usually makes it out to all the games. She's a great Olney Cub fan, but she's at home watching, so we appreciate that. We're getting a shot of the stands there. Jake's showing us all the Cub fans that have shown up, and that's kind of neat. So I
I think Jake's a better filmer than I
yeah,
am.
I mean, Jake he's really giving some
he's
interesting
he's got
shots.
a perspective
He's
that I don't
thinking
have,
about
you
the
know?
people at home there and wants it to be. Got a nice shot of the huddle. Looks like Coach Keeter's down there doing some coaching, showing them how to stop those Tigers.
You know, he's telling you what I was saying a while ago. I can see him telling him. He's telling him, break your feet down and get upfield. And as he comes in, then you close down on him. That's exactly what he was telling him. And so, you know, we saw him do that a couple of times in the end of this last drive, right before the pass interference penalty. And so, if they can continue doing that, I think we'll be successful, and Electra will even have a harder time moving the ball. So we got trips right here, running backs to the right. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a quarterback power off the right-hand side. Oh, steps back to pass, throws a fade route and way over his head.
That's
throws
not
it
catchable.
out of the end zone.
They're going to want a flag, but it's not a catchable ball. He did have hold of his jersey.
I think the people in the bathroom could have caught that. And I don't think anybody else could.
I don't think he just launched it. It just wasn't a well thrown ball. It was way over their heads.
No, the people from Electra are upset. They're mad because there was a little hand checking going on. But you know, bottom line is, if there wasn't any hand checking and he ran free down the field, there's no way he could have got that ball.
So we got a big 4th down play here, Jody. What do you think? What do you call if you're the Tigers?
You know, the only success they've had, Chad, we go back to it. The only success is in the passing game, and it's when everything's broken down. So they got trips to the right again. Quarterback takes it. He rolls out to the right. Looks like he's got some green grass. He throws it across the middle, and it gets knocked away. Perfect play on the ball. So he threw it behind him. Yeah. He threw it behind him. When he threw it behind him, that allowed number 7, which is, let me get a name for him real quick, Colin Mason, to come in and break that play up. So it was a perfect breakup.
You had 2 Cubs down there on coverage, and those guys came up with a giant stop.
That was huge.
They were on the, what were they, on the 10-yard line?
They're on the 15-yard line. Well, that was in the end zone, though. So he catches that ball.
Yeah, the touchdown.
It's touchdown.
Yeah. So Cubs have got 3 minutes to get this ball down the field.
So Cubs take over. They've got 85 yards to go, and we'll see what they dial up. Gatling guy takes it around the corner. Oh, and he is going. He may go the distance. Number 4 is running him down, and he and he misses the tackle. And Gatlin just keeps running down the field, and that is a touchdown for your Cubs. Gatlin guy takes it 85 yards to the house. So number 4 came up, and he tried to make the same tackle he made on Melcher.
Yeah.
Jonathan Melcher earlier, and he doesn't wrap up his feet, and it just knocks Gatlin sideways, and he keeps going. And so I don't think they realize that Gatlin's, his legs look like tree trunks.
Yeah.
And he's
not
he's
easy
a
to
lot
tackle.
he's a lot harder to bring down. That you might want to grab his feet next time.
Well, he sensed it, and he kind of gave a little stutter step or kicked his legs out a little bit, and
that was a great
kept his balance.
That was a great run. On extra point kick is good.
Cole Turner.
And so
job,
Cubs, your new score is 22-0. Cubs are leading with 2 minutes 42 seconds left. So that took about 15 seconds to score. And so we have all right, so we got some stats again. And so far we have 16 rushes for 232 yards. So we're really dominating with average of 14.5 rush yards per carry. Electra has 24 rushes for 78 yards. They're 3.2 yards. And, most of those are on scrambles, Chad. We have 8 first downs. They have 10. We have not thrown the ball yet. They've thrown it 3 times. Or they've thrown it 11 times, sorry. And they've completed 3 for 31 yards. So total plays and yardage, we've ran 16 plays for 232 yards, and they've ran 35 plays for 139 yards. So we're averaging 14.5 yards a play, which is great. And they're averaging 3.7. So, Chad, you think about it with those stats. If Electra don't make some big time halftime adjustments, it's going to be a long game.
And that's a demoralizing score right there when you were so close, and then they run it down like 85 yards right back into your throat.
Yeah, I noticed they haven't put the point up on the board yet either. It still shows 21-0, and it should be 22.
Well, our score is correct.
So Cubs go to kickoff. Cole Turner goes to kick it. he does that spin kick
Yeah.
again, and that thing dies. Oh, he let it go out of bounds this time.
See, he thought better of it. He,
So
he went with my plan.
His coach probably told him, next time it does that, let it go out of bounds. And so, I've seen Cole kick that. I don't know if he does that on purpose or he
maybe
he
they
gets
do it.
excited
Maybe
and-
it is on purpose.
Maybe
Maybe you just think,
maybe
hey,
he
no,
can.
no.
Well, if he kicks it further into the middle of the field and that thing spins out, it may be hard to get a hold of if that ball's spinning. And so you may be able to get your guys down the field quicker, and it doesn't allow them to get a
and to
return
one side. But I mean, even if you draw this penalty, and where you start at the 40-yard line, I mean, it just seems like we've seen, and maybe it's just something about the teams in our districts when they can usually break a pretty good. It's in 35. What's he doing here?
I think he thought they elected to re-kick. But
Okay.
we're not re-kicking, so it's Electra's ball
On the 30.
first and 10 on their 30-yard line. So
now I thought if the ball went out of bounds,
so you can take a penalty. It's I
they
believe
just
it's a 5-yard
they
penalty.
Declined the penalty.
No, they took it. I think it's only 5 yards from where it went out of bounds.
Okay. I thought they
so-
just automatically started you at the 40-yard line or something like that.
No, and so or you can elect a re-kick.
Yeah.
So all right, so what do we got here? Looks like we are heavy on the left side. Looks like it's probably going to be quarterback power to the left, if I had to guess.
Yeah, they've got their
And
line
it is.
spread out, but they've
So they got
lots of
quarterback
guys on
power to the
line.
left.
That's gonna be
He
about
runs through. We hit him in the backfield. He doesn't get him down, but
Gonna lose a yard there.
56. Who's 56, Chad?
Oh, I can't.
56 comes up, and that is Noah Enriquez.
Noah
He comes
Enriquez.
up and just makes sure he goes down for no gain. So a 2nd down and 10. I wouldn't be surprised if I was, because have we called the timeout yet? I don't think we have.
You think you?
Well, it says
Preserve
2
some time
timeouts
here?
left, so maybe we have. I can't remember calling a timeout, but I think if we stop them right here, which we did, and so they get another maybe half a yard. Yeah, and there goes Coach Guy. He calls a
Enriquez
timeout.
again with the tackle.
So it looks like about a 1 foot gain maybe, and it brings them up to right at the 30-yard line, maybe a little past. And so we call a timeout. There's 1:56 left. Chad, why don't you tell us who our sponsors are tonight?
We want to thank everybody for watching. Our season sponsor tonight is Bob Hamill. He's lives down in Georgetown. Bob's an old Cub. He played for the Olney Cubs back in the 70s or 80s, what he'd call the glory days of Olney. And lives in Georgetown now. But when we started these broadcasts up, Bob started watching, and I guess he's enjoyed the broadcast so much he sponsors us to keep them going. We've also got Here's Your Sign. That's Spencer Key, and Spencer's been really busy this week. I saw that he had Catherine actually turned 100. Did you know that yesterday? Catherine turned 100 years old.
I
Spencer
saw that. It
had
was
some
on
signs
Facebook.
out.
It looked great.
He had some signs out there in front of her house, and you could honk as you went by. So happy birthday, Catherine. ABC Detailing and Julie Lane Photography. So make sure you check all these people out on Facebook, and we do want to just thank all of our sponsors for really this goes to support our booster club. So the booster club buys different things for the kids, and looks like we're coming back out for a big 3rd down play. Set us up, Jody.
All right, so Electra comes back out. They got twins to the left. Looks like they got tight end to the left, wing to the left. So a guy goes in motion, number 4. Quarterback power again. They fake the sweep. Quarterback power right up the middle.
2, 3, 4.
They
4
blow it dead. No gain on the play, so it's going to be 4th down.
I'm punting here if I'm the Tigers.
4th down and 9.5 for the Tigers, and they're on their own 30. So you would think they would punt.
Because I just think I want to slow you down and not let you score again.
Well, if they don't get a 1st down, Chad, they're giving us the ball on a really short field on an offense that's averaging 14.5 yards a play. So
yeah, we're having a good night.
I would say that it's in their best interest to punt it downfield, try to get it down there, maybe get a stop a couple of times, and hope that time expires in the half before we score again. Now, obviously, if you're the Cubs, you want to watch out for any kind of fake punt or anything like that they might try and have up their sleeve. I would assume that their quarterback, the guy that's been doing everything, might be the punter as well.
And you don't know what their punting game's like. I mean, that's I'd say
We haven't seen a punt yet tonight.
We don't see punts very often. Now Cole can really punt that ball. He can really kick it, and sometimes it'll go 70 yards, and sometimes these high school guys kick and it goes 5 yards.
All right, so it
it's
looks
big.
like they're going to go back in a punt formation. They've got number 4 back, so it's not the quarterback, we'll say. And you got Giovanni Rockmore. He's back deep for the Cubs.
Giovanni.
And so we'll see. And it looks like he's kind
of coming
take
up.
the snap. He punts
They are
it.
gonna
Kick
kick.
is away. Is a terrible kick. And
that,
kicks it out of bounds
kicks
right about the 34-yard line. So we'll
he
see
kicked
where
that sucker right into the Olney Cub
So
drum
he-
line. He hit one of the bass drums.
So
Nearly
he-
knocked out one of our keyboards.
That's right. So at the 43-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So
I can't see who that is down there, but it nearly hit a saxophone player, which reminded me of the famous play where they keep doing the laterals.
yeah, so he punted it 3 yards past the first down.
Yeah, so you probably should have gone for it, right?
Yeah, hindsight.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You did say punts are just such I don't know. They must not practice them.
All right, so we line up in our spread formation. We've been in the same formation all night, so we're working on some things I can see. All right, we're back to pass,
And that's
over the
wide
middle,
open.
wide open. Oh, and he catches it and goes down. So
Who is that? Number
he gets
2.
it number 2. So that is
Who's number 2 there?
Keller Knight. So Keller Knight. So Keller Knight, he's been
Yeah.
a big receiver for a guy this year. So clock stops on the first down. So they're moving it. They get the ball set up. We're trying to get the play in. Minute 40 left now. Counting down. Minute 38.
That was
So
a nice
Cubs are-
catch. Keller kind of had to slow down and maybe come back a little bit for it, and caught that thing kneeling down. Excellent. Was able to.
So it's a good grab.
Great catch. I'm
Good
real
grab.
proud
Guy-
of Keller.
guy-
Not one of my neighbors.
Guy gets that up, and it's a touchdown. He was all alone.
Oh yeah.
All right, he passes
Again
again. A
to
little
Keller.
quick screen to Keller out to the side. Keller cuts back inside, and we are about a 5-yard gain.
Hey, that's
So
not bad. There's a minute and 11 seconds left. The clock is running, so we're gonna
clock is
probably
running.
get
There was
out
no
there.
first down, so we're gonna get the play off pretty quick. Hopefully, the ball is on the 15-yard line.
But that was a nice play by Keller. I mean, I know
That
they wanted a
was.
home run there, but he for a smaller guy he was able to get some yardage there and make a few guys miss. Fantastic job.
All right, so we're back in our spread formation here. Looks like option gives it
That's
to
a
Giovanni Rockmore. He cuts
Rockmore.
up in the inside,
Spinning
breaks
juking.
3 tackles,
for a touchdown.
and takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, he
Jody,
is hard
he was
to handle
bobbing,
tonight.
he was weaving, he was spinning like Booby Miles.
He looked good on that play, and I tell you what, we were able to take it down in about a minute. There's 41 seconds left on the clock. We take
Hey,
it
I
down
think-
in about
I
a
think we-
minute and
I
punch it
think
in
we
the
can
end
score
zone.
again. I think we. All right, 20. Let me update the score here. I always get too excited to remember.
All right, so
to do that.
so they're up to date on the board right now. So it's 28-0. We kick this; it'll be 29-0. And let's see, Cole Turner, he's going to go 3 for 3. Kick is up,
Woo.
and it looks like good to me. Refs
Yeah,
call it
yeah,
good, and
it's
it's good. So the score is 29. Your
Mm.
Cubs, Electra Tigers 0 with 40 seconds, 0.8 left in the half. So
that was
Cubs-
exactly what we need. That's exactly what we said they needed to do.
yeah, and so it was great.
fantastic.
I've been wondering when they're going to pass the ball. We go 2 passes. They're both successful on this play or on this drive, and so we're 2 for 2 in passing so far in this ball game, and we really have really good success. We don't pass it a lot, so when the defense keys 100% run most of the time,
Yeah.
and then you back up to pass it, you tend to be open.
Yeah, that Keller was wide open. I mean, he just darted out there to the middle of the field, running towards the goal post, and man, he was
So you ran that's called a post.
the post route. Yeah,
It's a post route.
that's
So
why
he
they
ran-
call it that.
He ran a typical post, and he ran that post, and he was wide open, and got behind the defense. Of course, Gatlin kind of underthrew him, but he made the catch, and for a big gain, and so that sparked that drive off real quick. And so, Electra just doesn't have an answer. They haven't had an answer, and really, this is 3rd week in a row that our offense is almost unstoppable. Chad, we have had very good success. Even last week against Seymour, we didn't get the win, but we almost drove the ball at will against them, and it's really good to see them executing highly on our offense. And before that we got beat by Albany, but we're the only 2A team in the state that scored on Albany.
Touchdown on him.
So all right, Cole Turner for the kick. He kicks off. He'd get a good deep kick there. He kicks it over the head into the end zone. He picks it up.
It didn't go.
And
into
he
the end
picks
zone.
it up and takes it out, and
Oh!
he gets hammered, keeps going on his feet.
He
Who
gets
was
hammered
that?
twice by the same guy.
So yeah, he knocked it. Who was that? Let's see. He's
I'm gonna see
walking
the
off, but
replay here.
that is 68.
Austin Callis on the return.
The no Enrique.
So
Who is that?
that is Luis
Luis
Castillo.
Castillo. Yeah.
So Luis come down, he popped him pretty good, fell down to the ground, and then got back up,
got up and hit him again.
and hit him again. So
you'll make sure he got that one right.
So it's great second effort for Luis Castillo, initial and second effort.
Well, the guy bounced off of him. I mean, it was a big. You hit him pretty hard.
All right, so we got a tight end on the right with the wing, 2 running backs.
So that was interesting, though. I wonder if that ball actually went into the end zone or not.
It looked like it
It
stopped
just
on
dived,
the line.
Yeah.
So they hand it off to the running
Woo!
back, and
Man.
there he is.
My goodness. Is that Noah? Who is that?
No, that is my man, Luis Marquez.
Oh, Luis Marquez. Yeah, boy,
Luis Marquez on the tackle.
he punished him, didn't he?
or as the announcer at the game, Marquise. Luis Marquez.
that was a flat out.
So I don't. It doesn't.
WWE wrestling move.
Yeah, it
right
doesn't
there.
look like they're
was-
gonna call another play this half,
It was
but
a body slam.
that was a
That's a way to end
4
your
to
half.
5. Yeah, 4
Yeah.
to 5 yard loss, and
Yeah.
Luis,
Let the clock run down.
that
Cheer
kid
for
tried to
Chase
block him,
Slater,
and he
ladies and
didn't get anything on him, and it was just a free run to the running back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cold. I got ice dumped down my back. So
Coach Rodriguez just he didn't do that to the pastor. He just did it to you.
yeah, you know,
he knew I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Coach Rodriguez, was
Just walk by and
was the
dump the ice
defensive
down.
coordinator on the Olney playoff team whenever I went to the playoffs in high school. Chad, a little bit of trivia there.
There you go. He felt like he could take it out on you.
I guess he's probably had to put up with me so much during his
Yeah.
life that I probably earned it. I probably earned more than that, and that's all he's given me. So we're going to go into the half at 29-0. So we'll come out to the second half. We're going to take a break.
Just want to remind
And-
you, we're not allowed to. We'll show the video of the band. We're not allowed to show the audio of the band, and we say this every single game that because of copyright laws, UIL, so forth. You can see the football players trying to find their instruments, and we just dropped a trumpet. But we're not allowed to show the audio or broadcast the audio because of copyright laws, but we can show you the performance. The band went to their district contest last Saturday, Jody, and got a first division. So that's like
great.
the best you can do. And so they're advancing to regionals where they'll be next Saturday. So I'm going to see if we can get, that's the widest angle we got. So you can watch the band here. Their show is exciting, and you can kind of see the improvement that they're making as the drum majors go out and sort of make sure the lines are straight and all those. Are real proud. I've got a daughter that marches in the band, so we're real proud of them. So we'll let you enjoy watching the band, and we're going to turn this off.
We'll be back in the second half. Because if not, I'm just sitting here talking for no reason.
You're talking for no reason right now. Hold on. Don't talk. I got you. But then again, we have to know. Yeah. I just reconnected a new microphone. There we go.
Oh, sorry. 33rd.
Oh, all right.
We should have sound.
We have sound now. All right, good. So we just had a fall start, and welcome back again. I guess we're having a lot of issues, connection issues over here because we're having a hot spot off of a phone, and
sort of
even
like-
on top of that, the cell service out here is not very good.
But it is amazing that we're able to do this, even though it's hard. We've either had sound or picture.
Yeah,
out
so
here,
hopefully we'll be.
This is
we'll
like being in the Stone Age.
Yeah, well,
You know?
yeah. So
We got a dial-up modem.
So we'll do what we can do. We got trips left again. Gatlin rolls out from under center. He's got pass back. Oh, and it was off the hands of Cole Turner. It was there, just a little long, but it glanced right off of Cole Turner's hand. So it was close. Now it's 4th down and 11, Chad, and I'm eager to see what they're going to dial up right here. So it looks like they're going to kick a field goal. This will be our first field goal attempt of the year. Usually we just go for it. I suspect since we're up 36-7, this gives us the time to try it out. So he's going to be kicking from the 27-yard line, so that makes it a 37-yard field goal. So kick down, hold his down, kick is up, and it is good, right over the crossbar. So great kick. And that lets us know anytime we get inside the 30, Chad, we've got a chance to make points.
That was great.
That's huge.
Now, that's the first Cub. I wonder how long it's been since we've had a Cub field goal.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen one? I've been here 8 years. I'm not sure I've seen one.
I know we kicked some back when I was in high school, but that was 12 years ago.
Wow, that was really interesting.
So that makes the score 39. Your Cubs to Electra 7 with 6:43 left in the third quarter. And Chad, why don't you give us the sponsors of our broadcast tonight?
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. We hope we've got sound and that you're able to hear us. Tonight's game brought to you by Bob Hamill. Here's your sign, Spencer Key. Yard signs, give Spencer a call. You can find him on Facebook. Does birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, like we mentioned, Catherine Ashley's 100th birthday. ABC Detailing, and Julie Lane Photography. So thank you for watching the broadcast tonight. Appreciate Jake Bailey doing the camera work so Jody can come down here and call the game for you. And this has been fantastic. So Cubs about to tee it up and kick off to the Tigers, 39-7 in favor of the Cubs.
All right, so Cole Turner's got it teed up here, and he's fixing to. Looks like he's going to kick it deep. I'm eager to see if he does a spin kick again. No, he just kicks this one straight deep. He catches it on about the 5-yard line, so really good kick. He brings it out.
He's got a head of steam.
Yeah, he got a head of steam. We trip him up, shoestring tackle at about the 35-yard line. So Electra's going to take over on their own 35-yard line, and Cubs defense has been, other than that last possession, we've been kind of a lockdown defense tonight. So eager to see what kind of.
You heard the train?
Yep,
I thought it was like somebody hitting the home run. The touchdown button, like they do.
Yeah.
And I thought, but that's a real train.
Yeah, train's coming
it's
through. It's
close.
too bad it wasn't right as we scored, Chad.
That would have been
We'd
perfect.
have our own train. All right, so Electra comes out. They got tight end on the right side, or no, doubles. This is gun doubles.
It's the Cub train tonight, baby. Going to make the playoffs. So
all right, so we lined up offsides again, and
well, at least we didn't give up a touchdown on the free play.
Yeah, so
let me know if your picture's frozen. I've got on my cell phone good picture here. So if yours is frozen, let me know. I'm not sure what we can do about that. Mine looks fine. I mean, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, we're good. We got a lot of folks watching tonight. Appreciate everybody watching, even though we've lost connectivity a few times. We've got a lot of Cub fans hanging in there.
So we got offsides on the Cubs. So it's 1st down and 5 now from the 40-yard line. They come out in gun doubles, and I bet they're going to go to the air because that's where they've had their most success, Chad. Oh, no, they're going to run quarterback power to the right. We had him stopped for a short gain. He was able to skirt through, and it looks like he's going to have right at enough for a first down. They're looking at it.
Now you've got the line judge. What's he saying here? The call for a measurement?
No, he's
No,
saying,
he's just signaling first
oh,
down.
no. White hat called first down, and so it's first down for Electra. You know, Chad, I got a message from an old Olney Cub. Went to high school, I think, all the way up through about 2000 time frame. Matthew Langford, all the way from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area.
Is he
in
watching
Pennsylvania.
tonight?
He was. He
right.
sent me a message, let me know he's watching. So I'll give a shout out to Matthew. And
Also got Dustin Hudson watching while he's on patrol. So if you need
That's
to go
great.
break into somewhere, do it. Dustin's watching the football game.
Oh, so they tried to throw a screen, and it was snuffed out by the Cubs. So he kind of slipped in behind them and got a little short gain with for about 4 yards. But the Cubs really kind of snuffed it out, and they tried to block, which I'm eager to see, Chad, that we kind of missed it on the replay, but they may have had some linemen downfield. A lot of times when you throw a screen like that and it doesn't go right, that you get some ineligible players downfield, but the refs didn't call it. So we'll just assume it didn't happen. Electra comes back out, gun doubles. Quarterback takes a snap. They have a.
Oh, get him!
Oh man! So Chad, they ran a GT right there, and a GT just stands for your guard and tackle pulling. So they ran a GT to the right hand side, and they did not give it. They didn't hand it off. So the quarterback pulled it. I don't know if it was designed or you're supposed to read it. A lot of times there's a read there. And he's supposed to read that play, but if he was supposed to read it, he read it wrong. Because that defensive end did not crash in, and he had a linebacker coming over the top. So
that was second down.
That was second down. They didn't have it right, so it's third down and about 7. They lost about a yard on that play. Gun doubles again. Quarterback drops back to pass. Messy snap. They force him inside. He runs into his own guy. Cubs have him down. He throws it in an interception by 56. From the Cubs, he's a lineman standing there, and he gets the interception. He throws it right to him.
Right to him.
So Noah Enriquez is the lucky receptionist of that pass that was supposed to go in the dirt, and he takes it back the other way. Doesn't really get much yardage gain out of it. But, Chad, we got the ball now on the 49-yard line, and it's Cub ball. That was a great heads-up play. That was
exciting.
That was. You know, we had him wrapped up in the backfield, and one time he kind of spun out, and then we still had his jersey in our hand, and they're taking him down. And as they're taking him down, he decides he's going to try and get rid of the ball to save yardage, and he throws it right into Cubs' hands. So we come out in our spread formation, motion across. We run the typical veer. Giovanni takes it, cuts up field. I'm not sure what that flag was because it didn't seem.
Did you see a signal there?
No, I didn't. Let's see.
Yes, they're still with the nose.
So holding on the offense. Okay. So holding penalty on the offense. That'll back us up. That's a 10-yard penalty, so it'll be a 1st and 20. Ron, what's our average yards per play right now? Average yards. What's our average yards per play?
Average yards per rush is 11.5.
So we're at 11.5 yards per rush. The pass, I think, is probably a little better than that. So 12.6 yards per play. So with that average and that math in 2 plays, we'll have a first down, even though it's 1st and 20, Chad. So I'm eager to see if the Cubs come out right here and keep the ball on the ground, or being that they're behind the change, if they try and pass the ball. So they come out in their typical spread formation. We have a backup quarterback in.
Woo! That's intercepted.
And he gets hit. He gets hit as he throws. And as he gets hit, it gets intercepted by the Tigers. So we had. I'm not sure who number 3 is. It was a JV player. That's AB Marquez's number, but AB's not playing. And so that is a JV player playing up on varsity, backup quarterback in. Just as he throws, he gets hit. So unfortunate, throws it right into the defense. They make a play, and it's their ball. So they got gun doubles. There's that GT again. They decide to hand it off this time instead of pulling it. And they get a couple yards on the play, about 3 or 4 yards.
That was quarterback had come in there. Jacob Hernandez come in as a backup quarterback.
Caleb Vickers with a carry.
So it looks like we're getting some. I can't tell here because I'm getting old and I can't see who's got decals on their helmet and who doesn't. But I think maybe some JV guys will get into play.
So it looks like that was a 3-yard gain on the play. So it's 2nd down and 7. And the Tigers are going to stay in their gun doubles formation. You know, the second half, that's about all they've done, Chad. I haven't seen them do much else. So he's still hard count. So you got a quarterback power right here, right up the middle. And, you know, there wasn't a big hole, but there's just enough for him to skirt through. So he gets about a 10, 12-yard gain, and Electra has a first down now. So, you know, coming back, I see Luis Marquez coming back in. He wasn't in that play, and I think the coaches said, all right, they've had enough success running the ball. We're putting our beef back in. So Electra comes back to the wing, 2 running backs, wing on the right-hand side, handed off to the running back, going right, comes across, and he gets lit up by Cole Turner. So, you know, Chad, I'm surprised they went that route because they've had more success out of that gun double formation than anything else, and they decided to go back. It seems they really like that formation, but the success rate out of it's very low.
Well, because we're, you know, at least half the time we've got a guy that can get out there pretty fast on the edge and cut him off before he turns the corner. And so they're only getting about 5 yards per play on that.
And it is 2nd down. The down marker guy has it as first down, but it's 2nd down.
That's confusing me.
2nd down and 6. They come out back in the gun doubles. Snap, and they blow it dead, so it's got to be a false start.
That's an interesting ball marker they've got there, isn't it? It looks like it's got LED lights on it or something. Is that what that is? It's electronic, isn't it?
Yes, it is electronic. So
it's pretty awesome.
You know, they've got new ones nowadays that are so that backs them back up. They're a little bit behind the chain, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 10.5 yards. But now they got new ones that at the first down marker, Chad, it has a Bluetooth connection, and it'll tell you exactly how far to go.
Oh.
So that'd be great for us up here, but they don't have that tonight. It's about a $4,000 system.
Yeah.
So gun doubles, Electra, snap, quarterback power again, right ISO right up the middle.
That's what he wanted to do.
And
Cole Turner wrestles him down about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Cole. You know, that's really been. They've only had. That's one of the few plays they've had any success, and they went to it 3 or 4 times this drive. I see a lot of the starters coming back in. I think the coaches are, you know, pretty dead set on letting that touchdown they had earlier be the only score on them. So they come back out in the wing. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw another quarterback ISO or power right here, and it is quarterback ISO right up the middle. And he gets
He's not in.
stuck. No, he's short, and he's on
about one
He's
yard
on about
line.
the 6-yard line.
No, that's.
No,
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
So
I
we
thought
were.
that was
It was
goal
on
line.
the. It was on the
It was on the
12-yard
12.
line.
Yeah. So
6-yard gain.
again, I can't see. I can't see through the screen, and I can't.
Yeah,
My
it's
eyes,
really
it's
really
hard
tough
to
to
tell.
see from this press
Angle,
box because they have a screen on the windows in front of us, so it's kind of messing up our view. All right, so they come out, they go trips right, kind of two backs in the backfield, probably quarterback sweep to the right. He's going to take it and run behind those blockers, and that's exactly what he does. He has a lot of room to run.
I don't know if he got
So
that or not.
Cole.
He
So
dived in the end zone.
I think he got the first down. It's going to be first down on about the 1-yard line. So Cole. So we did not do a very good job at shifting our defense on that one, Chad. They were stacked. All I've seen them run out of that formation is a quarterback sweep, Chad. And so what they do is they take both the running backs, they stack them on the right-hand side, the right-hand heavy with the wing back, and they run a sweep behind all those lead blockers. So Cole actually came down and made a great play and took on the lead blocker, knocked him back, and then got him in. So he's kind of close right here. He's going under center. It's going to be quarterback sneak, and we plug him up.
Well,
and I
going.
think a second effort. Let's
Still
see what
no
they
signal.
call.
No signal.
And they call him down.
Yeah. They're going to stop.
So
his
quarterback walked up
progress.
under center, and and almost got it with a second effort. We had him plugged up in the backfield initially, and he almost got it with a second effort off the left-hand side, but we got him stopped and stopped up in there. So it's going to be second down and probably, I mean, from where we're at, Chad, I would say less than a foot to go into the end zone. So he's right there. He's going to walk up under. No, he's not. He's going to take up under center. He's going to run quarterback sneak again.
And
they're pushing him.
No, he didn't get it.
And he calls him down again.
And that's unless they get a playoff quickly, that might end the
third quarter.
Third
You
quarter.
think? Okay, so they're calling for something. So it looks like we've got a
player down.
Yeah, player
Looks like
down.
a Tiger play.
Yeah, Electra Tiger players down.
Shift that.
And so,
yeah, we're gonna move that over a little bit.
So he's laid down. I'm sure that big jumbo pile up in the middle, Chad, didn't help at all. So Jake's gonna pan over, show you all the scoreboard. There's 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Cubs are up 39-7, and as we're waiting to make sure this player's all right, I will go ahead and give you a stat update while we're waiting.
Before we do that, I want to thank Bob Hamill, our season sponsor. Yard Signs, Here's Your Sign, ABC Detailing, and Julie Lane Photography. Also, Howard McDarris says, Bob Hamill, why don't you get those Cubs one of those electronic down markers? I don't know. We may just do things the old-fashioned way. You know, we might not need the bells and whistles. We just need to score touchdowns.
All right, so quick set of stats. We've had 13 first downs, Electra 16. 23 rushes for 265 yards. They've had 40 rushes for 141 yards. 11.5 average yards per rush to their 3.5. We've had 5 out of 7 passes for a touchdown. They've had 5 out of 14 for a touchdown. We've had 99 pass yards for 14.1 average. They've had 88 pass yards for a 6.3. So total yards and plays is 30 plays to 364 yards and 54 plays to 249. So Electra lines back up. Same formation where they run that quarterback sweep, and that is not the play. We shifted on that one. They snuffed it out, and they got him tackled for about a 3-yard loss or 4-yard loss on that, Chad. So now it's 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. And so they're going to take that into the fourth quarter. So we'll be swapping into the field for you. But into the third quarter, it is 39-7. Your Cubs are up, and you know that was the play we needed them to call. So they've had it real close. We've stuffed them up the middle the last 2 plays. They try to run it outside. They didn't have their quarterback in though, so they ran the same formation that he was successful with on the first down a while ago. They had the wing on the right-hand side. They had the 2 running backs on the right-hand side of the quarterback. Snapped it to him, and he just swept out to the right.
They didn't get their blocks.
No, well, I'll tell you what we did is we shifted over when we saw that, Chad, and when we shifted over, we had numbers.
Yeah.
And when we got up there, we had too many white jerseys for them to block, and we got outside, and I'm just gonna say they got the stop, tackled him for about a 3-4 yard loss, and now we're in prime position to get the stop again. Which that's a lot, you know, Chad, because they had 1st and goal from about the foot-yard line, and we stopped them.
They've been down near the goal line for a long time.
They have.
It's like I say, these drives are taking a long time. Electra's here announcing the winner of their half and half raffle, which is actually illegal gambling. You're not allowed to do that.
No, I didn't know that.
No.
Mr. Lawyer Chad Edgington.
The only people who are actually allowed to do half and half raffles are the professional sports teams. And if you go down to the to vote on the new constitutional amendments, they're trying to, I think, allow them to do half and half raffles at horse races, maybe, or women's professional sports games.
All right, so they've got the same. So it looks like they're probably going to run a sweep to the right. And you run that quarterback ISO to the right, and they got their big personnel in, and he doesn't. They stuff him short, and it's a turnover on downs. Cubs ball on the 3-yard line. So he got about a 1-yard gain.
Well, when you said
that is a huge stop.
You said, hey, they're putting the beef back in to keep them from scoring a touchdown. And I was sitting here thinking in my mind, they're on the 1-yard line. They're probably going to get in. But those Cubs stopped them.
They did, you know, and that just shows you that that huge front line of the Cubs is tough to get past. You know, those guys have been fighting all year, and they've been doing a heck of a job. And you know, you got big Luis Marquez up there, and he is hard to handle. We've already talked about him tonight, but he is hard to handle.
All right, so now we've got a precarious situation here where you've got to get the breathing room, and we're on the 1 yard line, so you don't want to give up a safety.
What we'll do right here is we're probably going to run a veer right up the middle. Oh no, Gatling guy takes it on quarterback keeper to give him a little bit of breathing room, so he gets down about the 6-7 yard line. So it'll be second down.
That opens it up a little more.
Yeah, that gave him about a 3 yard gain. So now he's got about 6 or 7 yards before he's into the end zone for a safety. So that gives you some breathing room, gives you some places to work with, and so we are in business. It's second down and 7, it looks like, and Gatlin takes the ball, runs veer. Oh, Jonathan
Nice
Melcher
run.
up the
First
right
down.
side, first down
It's good
for
to
about
see-
8 yards.
Good to see
and
Jonathan back out there running.
It is. He's running hard. So
Hey.
Giovanni comes back in, and so does, looks like Kyler Sosa. They're coming in.
Let me make a quick announcement tomorrow. If we've got 108 people watching, which is fantastic, but I want to mention our friend Jim Hammond down at Fort Belknap's having their Living History Days tomorrow. So if you don't have anything to do tomorrow, head out there during the day. Then tomorrow night we've got an evangelistic event at the gym with the power team. You coming? You going to come rip a phone book up?
No, Chad. I've also got our last game of our top of Texas Little League footballs tomorrow night.
Oh, so you're closing out the season.
So it'll be in Olney, and
It's
we
gonna be
play
in Olney?
at 6 and 8. So
no, you
unfortunately-
need to come see the guys.
So
rip the phone
unfortunately,
books.
rip the phone books and then come out. We play at 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
the
well, we
midgets
should be
play
done.
at 8
We should be
o'clock.
done
So
by then.
you can go watch the phone books or get ripped up, and
We're
then
gonna
you can come
smash
out
bricks and do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
That's
so it'd
tomorrow
be-
at 6 o'clock in the old gym.
in the old gym. All right,
So-
so we had a first down play. We ran it up the middle on our typical dive play for the veer. Running it again.
It's Giovanni.
Same
Giovanni.
play. Oh man, he just breaking
Hey, let's-
tackles
we
all
got-
night.
We got
So
some
we got a
face
flag.
mask or something here.
Yeah, we had something come in late. We had a flag come in late, so I'm eager to see what that is. But that's the second time we ran that. That's about a 15-yard gain on that play. You got a first play was about a 5-yard gain.
And so we got a consultation
we'll
taking
see.
place here.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe
see
we
what
got
the
a block
refs
in
are
the
talking
back,
about.
perhaps. I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty far downfield. It looked like Giovanni.
Well,
and,
but he
and-
extended the play, so I wonder if something went goofy there.
So White Hat's talking.
He's trying
He's
to figure it
asking
out.
this other side over here. So I'm sure.
I don't know what happened. What does that mean? You give him a first down, but he called a penalty on us.
Yeah, I have no clue what that is. He stuck his arm behind his
Yeah,
back.
but it was weird. I don't know. Does anybody know what that means?
None of us know what that means.
Well, I'm going to look it up
so
on Google. All right. So,
Be careful,
Well, they
Chad.
didn't-
Don't kick them off our. You might look it up on your phone.
yeah, I'll
though.
look it
We
up
don't
on
want to
phone.
lose the.
They didn't. They didn't.
So we
move
got
the ball though.
we got
did they?
we got our typical spread formation. Looks like veer to the left. Jonathan Melcher comes in. He gets another about 3 yards on the carry.
Do we have any viewers who know what that call was?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that. And maybe he called it the wrong way.
But they didn't move the ball. I mean, the ball stayed where it was, right?
Yeah, I mean the yardage should. So they didn't mark off any penalty yards either way. So I don't know what it was. Spread formation for the Cubs coming out. Handed off up the middle to looks like Melcher again
Hard run.
for another couple yards. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 4 on the Electra 40-yard line. I noticed we got number 3 in. Who'd you say that was a while ago, Chad?
Hernandez. I can't remember which one it is.
So I think he's our JV quarterback.
Let's see here. Jacob Hernandez.
Jacob Hernandez. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Jacob handed it off to Jonathan Melcher that time for a couple yards. It looks like Giovanni Rockmore's back in the game. They run it, hand it off to Giovanni again. He's up the middle. He splits the defense. He stops. He cuts back. He spins off, breaks 2 tackles, and before he gets brought down at about the 33-yard line. So that was another fantastic run by Giovanni, and he is just tearing that defense up tonight, Chad. They cannot stop him. And, it doesn't matter if they hit him a yard after the line of scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage, 5 yards after the line of scrimmage. He's just going to keep going. He's going to get the yards that he wants to get, and it's really impressive.
It was awesome. Okay, I'm still looking this up.
All right, Cubs hustle up to the line, spread formation. Gives it to Giovanni Rockmore again. He kind of hops to the left and gets up to the 30-yard line for about a 3-yard gain. He looked a little gassed on that play, and he is actually still down. And so
Hurt himself somehow there.
Angela Vickers brings it down.
he is slow to get up, but he is able to get up on his own, and he's walking off the field. Jonathan Melcher was already coming in. He's actually trotting off the field, so he made Garrett Pace walk out there for nothing, and Garrett Pace looks like he's got a different pace going off the field than he did coming on. He looks a little bummed that he walked out there for nothing. So Jonathan Melcher's in. We've got a lot of subs coming in. It looks like we got some JV players coming in on offense. I'm not sure. We've got a number 14. And so he's out at wide out. So Jonathan Melcher in at the back, just running veer right up the middle, or maybe zone. That might have been zone up the middle. It looked like a handoff, not really a read. And so it looks like they ran zone up the middle. And is that third
Giovanni
down?
looks like he's trying to run back in, so I guess he wasn't hurt that bad. That's great. You never like to see him down like that.
Yeah, maybe it just something popped or something.
Yeah.
You never know. Sometimes that. So it's 3rd down and 2. Cubs are on the Electra 25-yard line and marching in to score. So they're putting a good long clock-sustaining drive together here on the spread formation. Looks like Giovanni takes it, kind of gets pushed back, met up by several Tigers, and looks like he tried to go outside on that. It's like he grabbed the ball instead of taking it in the chest or in the belly.
It was a little bit of a
kinda-
muffed handoff or
it
something weird happened there.
Yeah, it looked a little sloppy. So
But again, you got to, this is not
So they're-
Gatlin out there playing. Jacob's got to learn how to do that. So he's getting some experience out here.
So
on the
there, it
JV
looks
team.
like they're going to do a measurement. It's close enough that the refs aren't calling it first down yet. So they're going to bring the chains out for a measurement. While they're doing that, Chad, I'm going to give a quick stat update.
What's the Cubs' record? What are we? We've got a question here. They want to know what are we? What are we? Are we
Yeah, this is good team stats. Or this is player stats, isn't it? No, I'll do player stats. Player stats are good.
I think we're 4-3 or 4-2.
So we got some player stats. So Gatlin guy passing, he is 3 for 4 for 72 yards. Keller Knight has 2 receptions for 42 yards. Cole Turner 1 reception, 30 yards. Giovanni Rockmore 1 reception, 22 yards. Colin Mason 1 reception for 5 yards. Rushes, we have Gatlin guy 6 for 115. Giovanni 15 for 105. Jonathan Melcher 9 for 70. Rylan Carter 1 for 34. And there's a couple more on the list as we go, but we're getting back to the gameplay. Cubs in spread formation. They hand it off. Looks like a zone up the middle to Jonathan Melcher, and he gets another about 3 yards. So they're just pounding out the 3 yards right now. 3 yards of play. It's going to end up in a first down in about 3 or 4 plays, Chad, and there's really nothing Electra's been able to do about it.
Jody, do you have any idea what the Cubs' record is? I'm trying to find that out for somebody. I thought it was 4-2, but is it not that much? Is it 3-2?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
1, 2.
I know this will be our second district win.
All right, Cubs line up in the spread formation. I don't even know how many games we played.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So quarterback keeper, he kind of follows him up
There
in the
he
deal
goes. Jacob Hernandez
in the hole, and he gets
he's about the 5-yard line.
about the 6-yard line. So they're going to set the chains down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. It almost. I don't know if it was a little muffed or.
Well, I think he grabbed that ball, and I thought Jacob showed some great
He
speed.
kind of followed
there.
him right up
Yeah.
in the hole, and when he turned it north and south, boy, he got downhill
He was
fast.
quick. Yeah.
And so that's good. So
Got
they're
a
bringing
new,
in.
some
They're
new
bringing in some
personnel.
new guys. We've got number 14 coming in at wideout,
I can look these up.
and number 11 coming in at wideout. Giovanni Rockmore's in the backfield. He's gonna follow Giovanni up in the hole, and he is
That should be
gonna
a touchdown.
is a touchdown. So he dove in the end zone for the touchdown. So that is
14 was Justin Simmons. Did you see any other numbers who came in on that play?
no, and number 3, what's his name? Hernandez.
Jacob Hernandez.
Jacob Hernandez in for a score. So that's a good score. That's a good good show of our backup coming in and our backup offense. You had a couple of backup running backs in there. You had some wide receivers. You had a backup quarterback. They come in, march it down the field, stick in the end zone. So it's really good to see. Cole Turner on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it looks good. It is good. All right. So the score, your Olney Cubs 46, Electra Tigers 7. There's 6 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game, and Chad, they have not had an answer all night.
But most impressive, I think, in this last quarter has been that stop down there at the goal line where they stopped them over and over and over again. It was amazing.
That was a great. We kind of had some new guys in there that
14 Justin Simmons. I think there were several guys that got in, and I think the coaches are going to try to give some of these JV players. Electra doesn't have enough players for a JV team, so we weren't able to have a JV game last night. So the JV suited up tonight, and so with the score being out in front this much, I think they're going to try to get some of those guys in. Was the plan? Ryan Menken says we're 3-4 overall, and we're 1-1 in district.
So be 4-4. 4-4 tonight,
but 2-1 in district, and that's
great.
Going to get you it's going to get you a playoff berth.
And then next week, going to Archer City, we can hopefully put it on Archer City. That'd be a great win and the greatest.
There's nothing better than that, is there?
No, there's
Archer
not.
City?
If you can go to Archer City and beat them and come out with a district win, that's huge. So y'all should come out next week over to Archer City and support your Cubs.
I mean, I love Archer. A lot of people over there in Archer City I love, but I still hold my breath all the way through the town.
Cole Turner for the kickoff. He pooches it up. Short kick on the right-hand side. It's fielded by Electra. They get it. Get a couple yards, maybe 5 yards on the return. It looked like a fumble, but I think the ref is calling him down. There's been a couple of those tonight, and our guys are just throwing them down to the ground hard, and when they're hitting the ground, the ball's coming out. So.
All right, so I've got a new opinion on the pants, though. I think it makes them look like they're pigeon-toed. I don't know. The Electra pants, they just aren't doing it for me. I think the Cubs look sharp tonight.
Cubs do look sharp. I like them in their white uniforms. All white. They got the red numbers. I think the red numbers are outlined in black. It's a good look.
We've also got high school girls volleyball games tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, so come out and support them.
This guy doesn't know where he's going, and they try to run a sweep to the right, and Cole Turner comes in and punishes that kid. So we had him wrapped up for about a 5-yard loss, and Cole Turner comes in. He gets loose of those couple tackles, so we still got to work on wrapping up and holding on, Chad. But he gets loose. Cole Turner saw it coming. He comes downhill. And he punishes the kid for shaking off them other tackles, and he still gets him for about a 2 to 3 yard loss. So it's coming up. It's going to be second down, 12 or 13, where they spot the ball. And
also on the volleyball that Fallon's mentioning there in the comments section, the volleyball made the playoffs as well. So we're having success in multiple sports. It's a good time to be a Cub.
Well, that's good. That's great. So who's their last home game against, Fallon? Fill us in the comments. Electra comes out gun doubles, and they got another GT. They missed the block, and that is number 50. Yeah, number 55 comes in, and that is Jordan Jacoba.
Jordan's 55.
Yeah, Jordan comes in, and he grabs a hold of the kid. Kid tries to spin out of it. He don't let go, and he just takes him down. Jordan had 2 blockers come at him that time. You know what he did, though? He held the edge.
Yeah.
That play is not designed to go on the edge, and he did his job. And when the kid tried to bounce it outside, even though it's an inside run, he was there to make the play. So he played that as textbook defense. He did his job that time, and it was great. So looks like we got another back in the backfield. They're just running. Looks like GT powers behind these guys, and the kids are running hard, but the Cubs are just stopping them. They're not getting. They got about a yard gain on that play after the previous loss, and it's not going too good for them. So it's about 4th down and 15 for the Electra Tigers. It looks like they're going to bring the punt team out. They're exchanging some personnel. Their kicker's backing up, so I think it's safe to say they're punting the ball.
Volleyball tomorrow is against Windthorst. So 10 o'clock tomorrow in the high school gym. the high school volleyball team will be playing Windthorst. Fourth down. The punt.
Kyler Sosa's back deep for the Cubs. So he punts it end over end.
Ooh,
Kyler
right to him.
catches it. Good field. He's getting a good return. He's got the edge. He's heading down the sidelines. He makes a guy miss. He's still going. He's on his feet, and he gets hit from behind. Ball comes out.
2 flags. Flags
There
are flying
are a
in
couple
all
of
sorts
flags, so we
all over
can't
the
tell what's
place.
going on over here. I don't know if they marked him down, if they called it a fumble. They haven't given the signal for anybody's ball, so I don't know what's going on.'a let you stay tuned.
Those Cub fans over there were on their feet, you know.
That was a great
It was
return.
right in front of them. You know?
He had about a 25, 30-yard return. So he got outside. He was making some moves. It's always dangerous to make moves hopping back and forth like that when you got pursuit from the backside, because your momentum's stopping, and when they're coming in from behind, it's a lot easier for them to knock the ball out if you're not taking care of it. So it looks like it was. Let's see. It looks like he's going to make the call. It looks like it's on Electra. So personal foul. Face mask on the defense. So personal foul, face mask. So that's another 15 yards added onto the end of the play.
Wow.
And so that puts Cubs right down in striking distance. It's going to put us down really close to about the 18-yard line or so. And
going to put it further down than where they punted that ball. That's about where they punted it, right?
No, that they punted it from about to where we returned it to. So so we're about half the distance to the goal from where they were at. So it's a 20-yard line.
Should have gone for it.
Should have gone for it. Yeah.
Hindsight.
Is that maybe Electra needs to take the punting off?
Just take the punting team
off
out,
the board, off the board for tonight. So,
well, Kyler had a great run back on there. We got some.
They have some timeouts.
Referee blows the whistle.
Looks like they're having some chain issues on the chain crew.
Chain guys injured down there.
No, it looks like they're having some difficulties.
Something's wrong with the actual marker.
And the down guy still has his 4th down. So
that's been a problem all night, though.
Yeah, he's been a little lost tonight. So
well, that's the thing. That's why you don't need technology. Technology ruins everything.
Well, the ref's not.
Why do you need an LED ball marker? Why do you need that?
I'm just going to tell you, we can see it better, Chad.
Yeah,
I like it. I'm all in game for it.
But I know what down it is. But he's
so we've got a complete JV backfield, and the right A back has no idea what's going on. And as soon as the ball snapped, he goes and makes a block.
His mom or grandma might be listening. He gave a valiant effort.
He did, but I think he was waiting on the play from the sidelines, and it had already come in.
Maybe
so. I'm not sure who we got. We had some exchange of personnel again. We'll try and call out their numbers. I know 33 is Cy Dixon. He's at B back in the back. So
we got a tough runner.
We got 20. Is that 22 on the left hand side? And we've got 11. Is that 11 on the right hand side? So
okay, 22 and 11. Let me see if I can look.
Jacob Hernandez takes the ball. He does a follow play. He gets looks about like 4 yards on the play. And so it's going to be 2nd down, and
so go ahead.
Well, I'll say we're down markers wrong again.
Yeah. So, Mario Alviso is number 22. Who was the other one that you mentioned?
I think 11.
11. Jose Olvera. So, and Justin Simmons was also out there on that last play, number 14. And they've run some of them back in, and
so it's play clock's winding
running
down.
Different guys in and out. 4, 3, 2, 1.
They get the ball off. There is a flag on the play, so it might be offsides. He threw it after the ball was snapped, so we will see what the call is. White Hat gets the signal, and it's a false start. So I didn't hear a whistle, so they didn't blow the play dead. So it should still be 2nd down, and so now it's 2nd down and 10.
We got 3 minutes and 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They are going to decline that penalty. No? Yeah, the declining. Can you decline a false start?
No, you cannot decline a false start.
Can't decline a false start, can you?
So
I guess they just wanted to 4th down.
I don't know. No, it's not 4th down though. That's the thing. And they backed the yardage up. So I don't know what they did right there. So you can't decline a false start, Chad. That was a horse collar, and he's going to call it. That's a personal foul. But here's the deal. They called unless so what they did is the refs backed them up, and then he said they declined the penalty. which on a false start is prior to the play. So the play technically
It
never happened.
Yeah.
So you can decline the yardage on a false start if you want to, but it does not consider a
Affect the
loss of down.
Yeah.
And so because the play never happened, so it should have been the same down, same distance. And the guy on the
But
sideline
it's been
is
fourth
still
down
lost.
for a while.
Yeah, he is still lost. So maybe technology isn't the best thing for him.
No, just-
All you got to do is reach up and push a button,
There you
but
go. Yeah.
apparently it's complicated.
There we go.
So we're going to come out. We're going to go twins right.
On a 4th and 1 yard. Here's what they're.
Yeah.
But it should be a first down, right?
It is a first down. It is
Okay,
a personal foul. It's on the 10-yard
So
line,
first
so it's
and
going to be
goal.
first and goal. Pitch out to the right. He needs to cut that back. He needs to cut that back inside. He did not cut it back inside,
that's
and
number-
they push him out of bounds.
That's number 22. That's Mario Alviso.
I think he outran his blockers on it, Chad. He had some blockers inside. They were over pursuing. If he takes that and cuts it up, I think he gets some positive yards. So yeah, it is second
Second and
down,
goal.
and now he changes it. He's finally on the right
No, it's
track.
not second and goal. It's second. I
don't think.
I guess
the
it's
chain-
2nd and 5, maybe, or
I have no idea what these guys.
I thought that
are
was
doing.
1st and 10 from
The-
the
from
10.
the 10.
So that would be 1st and goal, right?
And this guy, the chain guy's moving again, or the down marker guy. So these guys are all messed up. The ref didn't
now
move the
they've
chain.
now they've
so,
got it
so
straightened
it's
up.
just short. So it's about the
There's-
11-yard line.
They can score a first
so
down.
it's
They can-
second down and about 13.
They can gain
from the
they can
14-yard
gain a first down without scoring a touchdown.
They're going to run a quarterback sneak up the middle. So it's going to get them about 4 more yards back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10. First down, I might note, is going to be on about the 1 or 2 yard line. But the guys, I'm sorry if you're listening to this, if you're not understanding what's going on, but we're about halfway not understanding what's going on because the chain crew wasn't set up for that. They made the wrong call. It was a personal foul. They never set the chains up. The ref didn't give them the signal to move the chains, and so it's been a mess. All right, so we go spread formation. Looked like we had a botch handoff. Looks like Jacob Hernandez kind of started stumbling, so he just tucked the ball, got what he could. Smart play. Anytime something goes wrong, I tell my little kids that anytime something goes wrong, guys, tuck the ball and get what you can get. Don't try to make the initial play happen because usually you end up putting the ball on the floor. And so it's going to be 4th down and probably about 8 yards. Let's see what they dial up. There is 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game. We were winning 46-7. And so it looks like we're going to take it down. Yep, we took it down, the play clock down to 1 second, called the timeout. So there's 1 minute, 15 seconds left. And your Cubs are leading 46-7. Chad, why don't you go ahead and give one more shout out for our sponsors for tonight?
We do appreciate our sponsors who have contributed to the Booster Club. If you want to sponsor the game, send the Olney Athletic Booster Club a message and we can talk about that. It's affordable and we can get your name out to a lot of people. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Bob Hamill, Julie Lane Photography, here's your sign. ABC Detailing, all of our sponsors are on Facebook. You can even send a friend request to Bob Hamill if you feel like it. But we do appreciate all of our sponsors and the help that they give to our Booster Club to not only allow us to do these broadcasts, but also to buy special equipment. So it looks like we're going for a field goal here.
It looks like, and this is, I think, our JV field goal unit. So
Well, Jacob's going to kick the field goal.
Jacob Hernandez is kicking. So we got a different holder, a different kicker. Holds down, Jacob kicks, and it looks like it's good, and it is good. So that was a fantastic kick he had right there. So it's about a 25-yard field goal. And right now our kickers are kicking better than a lot of the NFL guys out there.
That's true.
I mean, if
They might get called up if they're not
they
careful.
might, Dallas Cowboys might need a kicker. So that brings our score. You're only Cubs 49, the Electra Tigers 7, with 1 minute 10 left in the game. I'm going to give you some stats before we make our last kickoff. Olney Cubs has had 21 first downs to Electra's 19, 42 rushes for 369 yards to Electra's 45 for 133. We're averaging 8.8 yards per rush to their 3.0. We've had 5 out of 7 for 1 touchdown passes completed. They've had 5 of 14. We're 99 pass yards for a 14.1 average. They are 88 pass yards for a 6.3 average. We've run 49 plays for 468 yards. They've ran 59 plays for 241 yards. We are 9.6 average per play there, 4.1. Each team has had a turnover, and I'll say that the yardage is lopsided. And I would say, time of possession, Electra's probably got us beat, but we've had some quick scores tonight.
Well, they've had some long sustained drives where they didn't get touchdowns. Didn't get anything.
And it just took a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah.
You look at the end of that first.
But they were getting
first quarter.
They were going down the field. They just stalled out nearly every drive.
Well, we would have them right where we want them, Chad, and then they would get a big play on.
Really,
usually a
except for
busted
the
play.
one big play they've had that scored.
Yep.
And the Cub defense has been fantastic.
We kick it back into a hole, and it stops up right there, and we come down. Oh, number 4 gets a seam, and he is going to be off to the races. I don't think we have anybody that can catch him. He is a fast kid, and he takes it down the sidelines for a touchdown. We had him wrapped up, and we had our shot on him, and we did not capitalize, and so that gives Electra another score. Unfortunately, late in the game, there's 57 seconds left in the game, and it is now 49-13 pending.
And I think you had quite a few JV guys out there, So that was probably one of their first times they got to come in the game, or maybe weren't quite ready for the speed. But
and I think as I've watched now, I think number 4 is their fastest kid.
Yeah,
and so that's why they have him back deep returning kicks. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it looks like it is good, and it is good. So that's going to bring the score 49-14 with 57 seconds left. So they'll probably get one more kickoff, and I would assume we would go into victory formation, Chad, and in this game here in Electra. So we'll see what the Tigers decide to do, if they want to do an onside kick or if they're going to try and kick it deep. You never know, getting beat this bad, if they're going to try an onside, but they may want to work on something. So,
yeah. Let's see. Okay, we're updated. Again, thanks everybody for watching tonight. We've got 94 watching across the various platforms, and that's really tremendous, and glad to bring. But don't forget, if you can make it to the game, come to the game. It's been great to look over there and see all those Cub fans getting excited for every score. And, I don't know what the last 10 years of the Olney Electra rivalry have been, but, I don't know how many of these we've won. But it sure feels nice to come into a town, get a win.
It does. I know the last time we played over here, we did not get a win. They had a pretty good team. Yeah. It was 2 years ago, and it was we didn't come out with a win. So it's kind of good to come back, redeem ourselves. It looks like they're going to just do a deep kickoff, so we'll see what they do. We do have 6 guys right up behind the front line here. We've got 5 guys back deep.
Mostly look like we've got varsity out here. So I want to make sure that they get this right.
Well, we got one JV kid right here in the middle.
On the 30-yard line.
He kicks it kind of deep, and it looks like it's out of bounds, and it is out of bounds. So
the way we can tell that is that the JV guys they don't have the O decal.
So it's just a slick white helmet.
They just have a white helmet, so you can tell who's coming in. And on that last play, when I looked up at all the players, there was a lot of slick white helmets out there. So
it looks like the first team's coming back in. And Chad, if I had to guess, I bet we're going to be doing a victory formation. We're going to come out, kneel the ball down. I don't know if they're going to make us kneel it down twice, but in that case, we got 2 downs. We're going to kneel the ball and go home with a victory, 49-14. So it's a great night out. And as Chad was saying a while ago, it's always better if we can get you guys out to support the Cubs at the game. It's an 18-mile drive next week. If you need a ride, call Chad Edgington. He'll get you a ride.
I'll drive you myself if you need a ride.
So we are in victory formation. Great night out for the Cubs. Great win. And we appreciate you guys watching. And,
so we're going to get Ryan to put the press box back together here in a minute. We're going to get you to put the press box.
Yeah, we got to put all the windows
back
back
Put the
on.
windows back in. It feels great out here tonight, though.
So that's going to
Super
take
nice.
us down. The down marker guy still is not right on the down. It's still first down. So
It's the
I just want to
electronics.
add that.
Yeah.
I don't want to add that note to the
We
end
just
of the
want to tell
game.
Bob not to buy that for us.
And
we don't need that.
So we are going to make our last kneel down of the ball, and that'll do it. That'll take us into the end of the game, and
There we go.
that is a Cubs victory. So we improved to a 2-1 district record, which is all that matters, really. And we really kind of just secured our playoff berth tonight. So
Well, see,
that's
that's
exciting.
back-to-back playoffs for the
final
Olney
score,
Cubs. Fantastic.
49 for the Olney
Want to
Cubs,
congratulate
14
Coach
for the
Guy,
Electra Tigers.
the rest of his staff
Thank you very much
on
for attending tonight. We look forward to
achieving
seeing
that
you
goal
again
so
on the
soon in the
Wednesday here
season
at Tiger Stadium.
in district play. And man, we're
Drive
just
carefully,
excited about it.
please.
Great game by the
God bless.
Cubs.
I'm Jim Russell. Have a great night.
We're gonna sign off here, but
Hey, before we
do
go,
some stats real
we
quick.
got some of our final stats. So Olney Cubs top players tonight was Gatlin Guy. He had 72 passing yards and 1 touchdown. He had 115 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and Keller Knight had 42 receptions. So 42 receiving yards. I'm sorry. Yeah. If he
was
had 42
amazing.
receptions, man. So no, 42 receiving yards. So it was a great night out tonight. We appreciate you guys listening. And Chad and I are going to sign off. Thank you very much.
Go Cubs.